Welcome to Mysteries to Die For and this toe tag. I am TG Wolff and I'm here with Jack, my piano player and producer. This is normally a podcast where we combine storytelling with original music to put you at the heart of a mystery. Today is a bonus episode that we call a toe tag. It's the first chapter from a fresh release in the mystery, crime, and thriller genre. And today's featured release is Maximum Pressure by Sheila Lowe. All right, today is one of those days where we are not going to read the first chapter because at Mysteries to Die For, we are all about the mystery. So we really want to get to the part that really sets it up for you all so you can see if this is one that you can sink your teeth into. So we are going to read chapter 4, but I'm going to read just the tail end of chapter 3 to get you into it. So our main character is Claudia Rose. She is a handwriting expert that frequently supports police investigations and testifies in court. She is at her high school reunion, her 25th high school reunion, and she is talking to, I gotta remember his name, Matt Macedo, I think that's how you say his name, who she dated when she was in high school and who is now a filmmaker. So we're going to jump in here with the very end of chapter 3 and then go into chapter 4. Claudia realized how still and quiet the night was. No birds chirping, no planes flying overhead, just a big bright full moon gazing down at them, waiting to see what he would say. "Can I take a wild stab that my work is the reason we're out here?" Claudia asked. "You're right," Matt admitted. "I'm working on a new project, something I believe your handwriting expertise could add to in a significant way." Claudia felt a stirring of interest. "You've got me curious. What's it about?" "Well, it's a documentary about a teenage girl who went missing and was never found." A sudden presentiment whispered in her ear, "Be careful." She knew at once where this was heading, and she was not at all certain it was a ride she wanted to take. "You're talking about Lucy Valentine," Claudia said. Matt leveled a log, enigmatic look at her. "Yes, of course." May 9th, 1998. Authorities are on the lookout for a missing girl who was last seen a week ago at Edentown High School, where she is a junior. Lucy Louise Valentine, 16, told her friends that she wasn't feeling well and was leaving after her PE class early to go home. Police said Valentine did not return home and has not been seen since. She is Caucasian, 5 feet 2 inches and 94 pounds, with black shoulder-length hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a black short-sleeve shirt, black and green plaid shorts, torn black stockings, and ankle boots. She wore a silver necklace with a gargoyle pendant. "This is a parent's worst nightmare," the girl's mother, Stephanie Valentine, said, in tears. "We have our problems. What teenage girl gets along with her mom? But there's no way my Lucy would just get up and leave like this. Someone has taken her. Please, please bring my baby girl home." Police are concerned for the teen's safety. Any sighting should be reported to. Sylvia Bennett pointed the remote at the TV and switched it off. "Hey, I was watching that," 16-year-old Claudia protested. "I don't want you watching that garbage." Her mother crossed her arms over her ample chest to emphasize the point. "It's too depressing." "That's so not fair. I need to know what's happening. I need to know if they find her." "No, you don't," her mother said. "And starting tomorrow, I'll be picking you up after school every day until they catch the pedophile who did this." Claudia gaped at her. "What? No way, that's insane." "Get used to it." "But none of my friends' moms," Sylvia gave her the look. "If your friends' moms told you to jump off a cliff, I'd guess you listened to them. You sure as heck don't listen to me." "Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I'm not a child." "Obviously, there's a crazy person out there preying on girls your age. You should be scared to walk home alone," her mother said. "It's not like you care what happens to me. I bet you'd be happy if someone grabbed me off the street." Sylvia made a sharp tisk of annoyance, but she didn't put up the argument Claudia secretly yearned for. She headed back to the kitchen, leaving her daughter to brood on her long-held belief that the stork had delivered her to the wrong family. she'd never fit into this one. She stared at the blank TV screen, pondering the unfairness of life. How could she know someone who was there one day, then vanished like a puff of smoke as if she never existed? Things like that happen to other people in other places, not to a student at Edentown High, where the comfortably boring place. She and her friends liked to complain, but they felt safe and secure in their ennui, unlike Lucy Valentine. Whatever Lucy was, whatever happened to her, Claudia had a jittery feeling in her stomach that told her she was anything but safe. She would not describe the missing girl as a friend. They knew each other from some of the same classes, PE and driver's ed and English lit. Kelly hung out with her sometimes, and Rachel Thomas. The three of them were in a goth phase. Lucy kept her distance from most of the other kids, who considered her weird and were not particularly nice to her. Kelly said Lucy was like a cactus with big prickly thorns that nobody could get close enough to touch. Claudia shivered. Not prickly enough. The day after Lucy was reported missing, the school was in an uproar. Girls who, at any other time, would not have given her the time of day pretended to weep for her to come back safe and sound. Uniformed police stood in front of whiteboards in each of her classes, asking who had seen her and whether anyone knew her possible whereabouts. No one did, or if they did, they were not telling. The next step for the cops was to glom onto the few students who others identified as knowing her. That included Kelly, who was treated to a private questioning. How did Lucy seem in the days prior to her disappearance? Shrug. Normal? Was she the type of girl who would run away? Shrug. Maybe. Did she have any enemies? Shrug. Like who? Did she have a boyfriend? That question produced the longest, most promising answer. She liked someone, but she never said who. When Kelly was released and found Claudia hovering in the hallway, waiting for her, she told her that Rachel had been in the principal's office first and had left with a tear-stained face. She'd sworn she knew nothing. She was scared for Lucy. No formal classes were held that day. How could anyone be expected to concentrate on English lit and algebra with cops on campus, plowing through the student body, searching for anyone who might, just might, have some teeny-weeny tidbit of information that would lead to Lucy's whereabouts? Students crowded the quad, huddling together at lunch tables, speaking in hushed voices. What do you think happened to her? Maybe she got kidnapped on her way home. I think she ran away. I bet she joined a satanic cult. Yeah, she was kind of a weird chick, all that goth shit. Don't say was. It makes it sound like she's dead. Well, maybe she is. And it went on, the endless speculation and innuendo. There was no other topic of conversation that day or the next or the next. Claudia had sat at one of those tables and absorbed it all, wondering. Sharon Bernstein, a popular girl who wore a cute bun on the top of her head, claimed that Lucy had left behind a note. Did you actually see it? Kathy Soden asked, impressed that her friend might be in the know. No, but I heard about her from Kathy Brewer. Did she see it? What did it say? Kathy asked. Sharon shrugged helplessly. All I know is Kathy's older sister babysits Lucy's kid brother while their mom is at work, which is all the time. She's the one who said about the note, Kathy's sister. I bet the cops took it. I bet they did too, Kathy agreed. The idea of a note piqued Claudia's interest. She had recently read a book about handwriting analysis and was learning that the written word revealed so much about the writer's personality. Her granny Arlene had given her a copy of Navigating Personality Secrets in Handwriting for her birthday. How could handwriting reveal so much about a person? Their social skills and the way they think, their fears? Claudia devoured those pages and wanted more. She bought a notebook and made a list of what to look for in handwriting that matched specific personality traits and practiced on her friends. Word got around fast about her new skill. Most days, during lunch period, classmates sought her out, wanting to know what their handwriting revealed about them, or their boyfriend or girlfriend. Not everything she read in the book was reasonable to her. She hobbled through the definitions of each stroke of handwriting as she learned them, vowing that when she got to college she would study psychology so she could accurately understand what it all meant. "I've seen Lucy's handwriting," Kelly declared after being freed from her interrogation. The cops called it an interview, but she was smarter than that. On TV shows, when the police questioned you, it was an interrogation, and that was good enough for her. Besides, saying she was interrogated gave her a certain prestige with the other kids, who were burning with curiosity about what had gone on in the principal's office. Claudia hid her suspicion that Kelly was grandstanding. Her friend had a way of saying or doing things to draw attention to herself, whether or not they were entirely accurate. "Seriously, where did you see it?" "Yes, seriously, you doubter. It was on that essay Miss Goldman made us do in grammar class. She had us diagram each other's work. Since I sat next to Lucy, we exchanged papers. I couldn't help noticing her handwriting because it was so not like anyone else's." "What did it look like?" Claudia asked. "I've never seen writing like it. It's teeny, really very small. In fact, it's so small you can barely read it. And it was faint, which also made it hard to read." Kelly wrinkled her nose in a thinking about it expression. "That's all I remember. No, wait, the words also had gigantic gaps." Claudia got out the book and went through the chapters to find features Kelly had described. Tiny handwriting. The book said that meant someone who concentrated closely on what they were doing. That didn't fit with what she knew of Lucy, who had been on the spacey side. Very wide gaps between words could mean someone who felt isolated, or it might just mean they needed elbow room. That could be true. Faint writing. According to the book, it was a sign of sensitivity. But when you put all of it together, what did it mean? Those definitions were pitifully inadequate to describe a teenage girl who had apparently disappeared from the earth, leaving no trace of whatever happened to her. There had to be more to analyzing handwriting than that. She wished she could put it all out of her mind, but no matter how hard she tried, Claudia could not stop thinking about it. If Lucy Valentine had indeed left a note, as Kathy's sisters claimed, and if she understood handwriting analysis better, what would the missing girl's handwriting say about her? Present time. Hearing Matt utter Lucy's name made the memories of her disappearance as raw and as new as if Claudia had deliberately kept her feelings about that long-ago event seething under the surface, waiting to be recalled at that very moment. She pulled his coat closer around her, burrowing into its warmth. Not that it could insulate her from the sick fear that ate at her now, exactly as it had in 1998. "You've been researching the case?" she asked, amazed that her voice was steady, as if she wasn't trembling inside. Matt's expression was hidden in the shadows, but there was a barely suppressed intensity that Claudia remembered well. It bristled about him, as it had in the past when he got excited about an idea. "Enough to know that I have to make this film. Maybe I can dig up some evidence the cops missed. They thought she was a runaway and figured she would show up on her own. I suspect they did a half-assed job of looking for her." "Everyone thought she ran away," Claudia said. Or that's what we said to each other to comfort ourselves when we were afraid of what had really happened to her. "But why would she run away?" Matt asked. "Nobody came up with a single good reason." "Her mom said in the press conference that they didn't get along." Claudia's lips formed a wry smile. "Not that any teenage girl gets along with her mom. I sure didn't." "I'm serious," Matt said. "Do you believe it stands to reason that she just up and left, and there was never any sign of her ever again?" Back when Lucy disappeared, she had spent a lot of time thinking about it, and Claudia could not disagree with him. She considered his question. "You're right. I could see her taking off and hiding out somewhere for a few days if she and her mom had a big enough fight. God knows I wanted to do that more than a few times, but I could never get up the nerve. To do that willingly, to leave and never go back, you'd have to hate your mother, wouldn't you? And I didn't get that impression from her mom on TV." How would she take care of herself, unless she had someone helping her? Matt took a long pull of his beer and stared at the dark surface of the swimming pool. Every time there's an abduction in the news, it all comes back. When I read about J.C. Dugard, she was rescued after 18 years of being locked in a garden shed. I remember, Claudia said, she was kidnapped on her way to school at 12 years old. Recalling the media coverage and how it awakened her own old fears, Claudia grew pensive. The monster who took her got her pregnant twice. She was scarcely more than a child herself, and his handwriting had red flags all over it. You saw his handwriting? Well, they published a letter he wrote to the judge. A machine could have written it. It was so precise and exact. That kind of writing, the writer is so tightly wound that when they let go, you can expect some kind of explosion. See, Claudia, that's why I need you on this project. Matt's voice cracked on emotion that she was feeling too. When I hear those stories, it makes me wonder if Lucy might be out there somewhere, a captive in somebody's basement or backyard. God, that's a mortifying thought. I'd rather believe she ran away and she's living happily with a different identity somewhere. I put in a request for Lucy's police file, Matt said, but I have my doubts that it's going to tell me anything the media hasn't already made public, which is basically nothing. A girl went missing and was never found. I can tell you one thing, the cops weren't thrilled to have me suggesting, even by inference, that their investigation wasn't all that. Claudia imagined Joel's reaction, her husband, if someone challenged one of his investigations. It would not be pretty. I'm sure they don't like it, but you think they'll actually actively obstruct you investigating a cold case? Matt finished off his beer and set the bottles on the bench beside him. Well, they made no bones about it. I won't get anything more than the initial missing persons report, the one Lucy's mom filed. I was told I won't get access to any of the follow-ups or investigations by the detectives. Why would they care if you saw the whole thing? Claudia questioned aloud. It's been 26 years. I'd think they'd welcome any help in clearing it. It's a cold case, he said, but it's considered open unsolved, which means it's active, even if the trail is ice cold and they haven't done diddly on it in more than 2 decades. And that's why I've got to resurrect the story. Claudia nodded approvingly. What's your plan? Well, once I get the file and find out who the lead investigator was, I'll try to contact him. Or her. You think they'll talk to you? Matt's grin showed white, even teeth. With my charm and boyish good looks, what do you think? Claudia laughed. I think if the detective is a middle-aged single woman, you'll be fine. He made a silly face. Well, you're a real pal. I try. Now let's get serious. Tell me how you think I can help. I didn't know Lucy all that well. Kelly knew her way better than I did. She asked the question, but before she heard his answer, she had a strong hunch that she knew what he was going to say. And then he said it. Lucy left a handwritten note. Were you aware of that? The conversation with Sharon Bernstein popped back as if it had just happened. I heard there was a note, but nobody seemed to know if it was true. I've never heard anything more about it. As far as I know, it's never been confirmed. Have you seen it? Not so far, he admitted. But if it's true, the original ought to be in the police file, the one they won't let me have. Can you work with a copy? If I can get one and have you take a look at it, and you could do your thing, he broke off with an expectant look at her. That depends on what thing you mean, she said. What do you want me to do? Well, first, I want you to tell me if you believe it's really Lucy's handwriting. Claudia's eyebrows rose. You think somebody else might have written it? Well, we have to consider all possibilities. And if there is one, a note would be an important component. Claudia took a pause before answering. Sure, but to authenticate it, we would have to have exemplars, samples of known handwriting that were written about the same time for comparison. She heard them both saying we and told herself it was a monumentally bad idea. A better idea would be to return to the cocktail party where there were plenty of other people and no temptation. The trouble was, Matt had snagged her attention. "I heard that Lucy's mom passed away," he said. "I know this is a long shot, but I'm going to try to contact her younger brother. He was a kid of 11 when it happened, so I don't know how much he would remember that went on at that age. I'm counting on their mom having held on to Lucy's schoolwork or birthday cards or, well, anything she wrote." "Kelly once described her handwriting to me," Claudia said. "From what she told me, it sounded outside the norm, which could help identify whether the note is hers or not. It's a big if. You can get a copy, of course. All the same, even if you don't have anything to help authenticate it, I could use it to develop a personality profile from the handwriting. It would show her state of mind when it was written, assuming it was Lucy who wrote it. And if she did not write it, the writing will reveal the personality of whoever did." "Perfect." Matt let the word hang in the air for a few seconds. "So, are you in?" His enthusiasm was contagious. A chance to peek inside Lucy's mind through her handwriting might help settle the mystery of her disappearance. In spite of her misgivings, there was no way Claudia could refuse. All right, that is Chapter 4 of Maximum Pressure by Sheila Lowe. So Maximum Pressure is an amateur sleuth mystery. Handwriting expert Claudia Rose is headed to her 25th year high school reunion and a cold case. Lucy Valentine was a junior when she walked out of the high school and was never seen again. But she did leave a note. Now her ex-boyfriend and current filmmaker, Matt Macedo, is making a documentary and enlisting Claudia's help. As they start interviewing people, the reluctant witnesses reveal there was much more going on than a girl unhappy at school. Bottom line, Maximum Pressure is for you if you like cold case mysteries, where there is more than meets the eye. All right, let's go into the full review. So the note Lucy Valentine left has always been a point of confusion for Lucy's mother, and now for Claudia. After examining the original, Claudia doubts everything about the note, from the message to the hand that wrote it. Twisted with Lucy Valentine's cold case is a very fresh case of the death of Josh Dixon. Claudia finds the body of the former teacher and driver's ed instructor at the bottom of the high school swimming pool. What is first chalked up to the sad result of too much alcohol is determined to be murder. Claudia decides to quietly ask questions to figure out exactly who was where that evening. So Claudia is our storyteller and our detective. I think she straddles the line between an amateur detective and an expert detective. She isn't a cop, so this isn't a procedural, though she is married to one. But she is an expert in handwriting, and she frequently is consulted and testifies in both civil and criminal court cases. So that gives her a little bit more edge than a typical amateur detective. Claudia knows the rules of policing, and she generally follows them. She's not a renegade-type detective character. But she has friends, and she's not afraid to use them, which makes her a resourceful detective. As a mystery, Maximum Pressure falls into the ride-along category. Perhaps because this is a cold case, the clues and suspects evolve as Claudia discovers them. One of my favorite things about this book is that we do generally know everything Claudia knows. So it's a personal pet peeve of mine when narrators withhold information from readers. It's like, okay, I know that you have to go pee, but I can't know what you just read on that note. That doesn't happen here. I was so very happy that Claudia was not one of those types of narrators. Overall, the pace is deliberate, taking time to interview the witnesses in a way that mystery lovers will be very much accustomed to. Standing at the end and looking to the front, overall, the logic holds up. For Claudia, this is a straightforward point A to point Z investigation. But then she was looking at it 26 years after the fact. Going back to the original events, I do have some questions relating to the timing and sequencing, but the what happened, why it happened, and then what happened after, those are solid. Maximum Pressure is the 9th book in the Claudia Rose series. It's the first I've read. This work does stand alone, or can be considered a good place to jump into the series, largely because the case takes Claudia out of her normal turf. She's like going away to her hometown. There are scenes with her husband, but they're brief, and they're really focused on their current relationship. So backstory is not really required to understand any of that. Overall, Maximum Pressure and Claudia Rose were enjoyable. The book kept my attention and read quickly in just a few sittings. Definitely recommended for fans of ride-alongs and cold case mystery lovers, and for anyone looking for a new series to sink their teeth into. Maximum Pressure was released from Right Choice Inc. and promoted by Partners in Crime Tours, and is available from Amazon and other online book retailers. So let me introduce you to Sheila Lowe if you don't already know her. Sheila is a forensic handwriting examiner, author, and educator with over 50 years of experience decoding the written word. Her nonfiction books include Reading Between the Lines, Decoding Handwriting, and her memoir, Growing from the Ashes. In the best-selling Forensic Handwriting suspense series, Sheila's real-world expertise drives unforgettable fiction as she bridges science and mystery with every stroke of the pen. Her Beyond the Pale paranormal suspense series features a woman who talks to the dead. You can find her on social media and on her website, Sheila Lowe, that's Lowe, books.com. Wondering what to read after you finish Maximum Pressure? Partners in Crime Tours is your ultimate destination for all things mystery, crime, thriller, and cozy. Since 2011, they've been working to fill bookshelves with gripping and heart-pounding reads. Discover new mystery series and connect with other fans with Partners in Crime. Look up Partners in Crime Tours on the web or your favorite social media. And authors, whether you're looking to promote your latest thriller, discover a new mystery series, or connect with fellow fans of the genre, PICT has you covered. Check out their promotion options that come with the personal attention of a dedicated coordinator. Come back next week for Mysteries to Die For. It is the start of Season 9. It's all about the means and methods with Stuff That Can Kill You, or Sticky. Erica Obey leads us off with Phidias Quinn and the Butterfly's Wing, where chemical is the sticky means of murder. All right, Jack, take us out.